Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and as you guys might know, Steam has already kicked off a lot of the early summer sale game deals. This happens every time a sale is about to roll out. They already have some of the deals live, and I thought I would highlight some of them that I think are quite good. Now, this video is going to be only on the more expensive deals, so a lot of these are north of $20. I think damn near all of them are north of $20. So I know a lot of you guys ain't about that life. But, you know, some of them are actually under $20, you know, at the $19.99 range, maybe at the $13 range, the $12 range. But even that, a little bit more expensive than I know most of you guys want to pay. But nonetheless, some quality games. Links to all of these, as always, in the description box below, and let's get right into it. Palworld, 25% off for $22.49. Y'all already know I've been talking up this game and all of the content updates. At this point, $22 is a steal, and of course, we've got the major update, the free Terraria crossover update. That is going to be a sizable update to the game, adding even more content to it. And remember, this is an early access game that'll ultimately raise in price whenever it hits 1.0. I don't know when that is, but if we did get another Faybreak level update after this Terraria crossover, then this game is just a bargain for, like, all the content that's in it. Like, I know people that sunk hundreds of hours into the game when it initially came out in early access. Now you're talking Faybreak is out, you're talking this Terraria crossover is coming out, and if you're talking another update after that, the value in this game is ridiculous. You know, all the controversy with Nintendo aside, if you just assess the game itself, man, there's a lot of replayability, there's a lot of content, and there's a lot of quality to the game. And $22.49, yes, it's only 25% off, but it's still a bargain, especially given that it's probably going to go up to 40 or 50 bucks when it comes out of early access. I would imagine 40, but who knows? I would definitely say once it gets a 1.0 release, get physical copies out there on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Unfortunately, they probably won't put it on the Switch too, at least not right now, given everything going on. But, you know, PlayStation 5 physical copies I think would sell really well. And, yeah, Pocket Pair is doing a great job with the game, so credit to them. And $22.49 again, great deal there. Next up, Red Dead Redemption 1 is 40% off for $29.99. Now, listen, I get it. Spending 30 bucks on a game that came out 15 years ago is like a punch right in the gut, but it's Rockstar, and for Rockstar, for Red Dead 1 on PC, you do some crazy things, and Red Dead 1 is still one of the greatest video games of all time. I don't think it's as good as Red Dead 2. I think Red Dead 2, just the, expansiveness of that game, how much content it has, the attention to detail, it's just on another level in my opinion. But Red Dead 1 is great. John Marston is still a goated main character, although, you know, love John. Arthur is my man, like that. Arthur is one of my favorite main characters in a video game ever, maybe my favorite, but yeah, Red Dead 1 is great. You get Undead Nightmare here as well. Not a super lengthy game, like even if you do all the optional content, it's not like Red Dead 1 is this massive undertaking, which I actually quite like. It's more of a contained open world. Given it came out in 2010, that's what you should expect, but yeah, great game. $29.99 is pricey, but at least it's not 50 bucks anymore like when it initially came out back in October of last year. Next up, Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, 50% off for $19.99. Man, it's great to see all of the success that JRPGs have on PC, but I feel like one franchise that deserves a lot more love is Ys. The consistency in this franchise has been outstanding, and Monstrum Nox is great, Ys 10 Nordics is great. However, the starting point really should be Lacrimosa of Dana, and it sounds kind of crazy, the starting point of a franchise is the 8th entry of the franchise. Well, yeah, the game's great, soundtrack is great, gameplay is awesome. Now, keep in mind that this game was released on the PlayStation Vita, so it will show its age a little bit, but still a fantastic game, and a great story here as well. $19.99, great pickup there for sure. Next up, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, $14 on this. Yes, this game is notorious for being one of the worst, if not, maybe saying the worst PC port of all time is a little bit of a stretch, but brother, like, it's in competition. Like, throw in the Assassin's Creed Unities, the Batman Arkham Knights of the world, like, it's in competition. Like, it is a if we had a tier list of the worst PC ports of all time, this is tier 1, tier 0 alongside, you know, the Batman Arkham Knights, the Assassin's Creed Unities. It was a pile of trash at launch. Like, I remember EA gave me an early copy of this game, and I was just praying that maybe after its official release, they'll release a patch right away and the performance will get better. But your boy was playing with an RTX 3080 dipping to 16 frames per second, but, you know, it is what it is. At this point, it's a lot better. Is it perfect? No. But Jedi Survivor is a tremendous game. I think it's so much better than Jedi Fallen Order. They fixed up the map, which was a major problem in Fallen Order. I think the story is great. I know some people preferred Fallen Order's story. I think the story in Jedi Survivor is awesome. The second half of the game, the twists, I thought was really well done. Really excited to see where they take Cal's story in the third game, and it's going to be bittersweet to see this journey come to an end because I think the Star Wars Jedi games have been fantastic and legitimately one of my favorite franchises in gaming of the last decade. And you're talking to somebody that doesn't give one single crap about Star Wars. As some of you guys know, I've told this story before. I literally went to see Rogue One in theaters and fell asleep in the theater. Now, that wasn't a slight on Rogue One as a movie. Like, I just had a long day prior to watching Rogue One, and yeah, it was yeah, you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, but I love these Jedi games. It's great. Survivor for $13.99 is outstanding, and I do recommend you to play Fallen Order first, which is on sale for $9.99. Dead Space Remake at a historic low price point, 80% off for $11.99. Really good remake of Dead Space 1. Unfortunately, it seems like it hasn't done incredibly well commercially, so it looks like Dead Space is getting benched as a franchise once again. You had to wait all those years, you got a remake of Dead Space 1, right back to the bench you go, because EA wasn't happy with the sales, by the looks of it, from what I can ascertain. But Dead Space 1 is a great remake. The atmosphere is still tremendous, and with a horror game, it's all about tension, atmosphere. Yeah, the action gameplay here is good, but the tension and atmosphere, I think, are really worthwhile, and incredible game. For $11.99, a steal. Definitely recommend that at that price point. Death Stranding Director's Cut, 60% off for $15.99. Obviously, Death Stranding 2 just dropped on PlayStation 5. A lot of positive reception towards that. I think the game's at an 89 or a 90 on Metacritic as I'm recording this video, but Death Stranding 1 is an outstanding game. I feel like the thing is, Death Stranding 2 has a much higher Metascore than Death Stranding 1. The reality is, with Death Stranding 2, I think a lot of people went into that game knowing what they were getting. Like, at this point, if you don't know what Death Stranding is, you know, that's on you. Death Stranding 1, on the other hand, was a game that I think people were taken aback by the style of game that it was, and you know, everybody that I talk to seems to really enjoy Death Stranding. Like, in my personal life, I think there's only been one or two people that haven't really vibed with it, but the people that love Death Stranding, or like Death Stranding, like, love Death Stranding. And I'm in the I love Death Stranding category, and I feel like Kojima did a great job of implementing nuances that you didn't see in other games, and mechanically, this is one of those games that pushes gaming forward, and you know, it's not going to be for everyone, I get it, but in terms of games that I like and aspects of games that I really appreciate, narratives, of course, soundtracks, ambiance, settings, exploration, just making you engrossed into a game, Death Stranding is remarkable in that category, and for me, it's the style of game that I really gravitate to, and I loved it. And, you know, truth be told, I'm a big fan of Norman Reedus. I'm much like everybody else. Daryl was my favorite character in Walking Dead, and I think he does a great job in Death Stranding as well. $15.99, great pickup, lengthy game, a lot of content, and a lot to really sink your teeth into. And narratively, I thought it was great, even if it's a little confusing, or a lot confusing at times, and you might want to watch, like, a story breakdown video after you beat it, but really well done. Hopefully the PC release, you know, maybe by the end of this year, early next, that'd be great. Those PlayStation, you know, windows of seeing these ports are getting shorter and shorter, so would be great to see it by the end of this year, but I think early next is probably more likely. Maybe even mid next year is probably the likely outcome. A lot of Square Enix JRPGs. Let's go through all of these. Star Ocean: The Second Story are 50% off for $24.99, a remake of Star Ocean 2. Really well done. Now, Star Ocean isn't my favorite Square Enix JRPG series, but it's a good one, and Star Ocean 2 is beloved. I played this on the PSP when Second Evolution came out, and I really enjoyed this port. Soundtrack's great, gameplay is great. Wasn't crazy about the story nor the characters, but it's fine. Like, very average in that category for a JRPG, but visually looks great, and for $24.99, y'all already know the Square Enix JRPGs hold up in price. Kingdom Hearts INTEGRUM Masterpiece, $59.99, yeah, $60 for this. Obviously quite pricey, but it's the whole gamut of Kingdom Hearts content, and if you want to pick up Kingdom Hearts on Steam, I really just recommend you to get this, given that 1.5, 2.5 is $30, 2.8 is $36, and 3 and Remind is $36. So if you buy INTEGRUM Masterpiece, you actually get all of the content for cheaper than buying 2 of them individually. So I would just get this. Look, you gotta pay to play when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. It's nice to finally have it on Steam, but it's at an absolute premium. You get Kingdom Hearts 1, Raid Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts 3, and all the DLC. That is 6 full games, and on top of that, you get some other smaller content cutscenes. There's a bridge into Kingdom Hearts 3. That game is there as well, and yeah, it's a lot of content for your dollar. It would be nice if, you know, like 358 over 2, the Nintendo DS game would get a remake or something like that. They should totally remake that game from the ground up with modern controls and whatnot. Like, why not? That would be money. Yeah, Square, get on that. I feel like a ground up remake on that would do really, really well. And it's not like you would have to spend, I feel like, a lot of money in remaking that game. Just get it working on controller, and I think it would do pretty damn well. But that's my 2 cents. $59.99 for INTEGRUM. Masterpiece. NieR Automata, 60% off for $15.99, and then NieR Replicant is also on sale for $24. Automata is a tremendous game. Amazing soundtrack. Story can be a little bit confusing, but comes together quite nicely by the end. Platinum Games did an outstanding job with the gameplay and combat in this game, and yeah, just a super satisfying game to play, and $15.99, definitely a good price point on that. Square's got to do more with NieR as an IP. Next up, Neo The World Ends With You, 60% off for $24. Man, if Square should do more with an IP, like, me personally, selfishly, I would love to see World Ends With You get more consistent releases, but I get it that commercially it just hasn't blown away people. I mean, this was an Epic Game Store exclusive for a year, so they kind of set this game up to fail on PC, but just look at it on Steam. 789 reviews for a game of this quality level is just so unfortunate. The game's great, the soundtrack's awesome. Just to sell you guys on the soundtrack, go look up Neo The World Ends With You Breaking Free. It's like one of the battle songs to this game. It's tremendous, and regularly listen to that song. But yeah, the game's great. Story's really good. For $24, a good pickup there. Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed, 60% off for $24 as a part of the THQ Nordic pre-summer sale. Really good platformer, a remake of Disney's Epic Mickey, which came out on the Nintendo Wii. Add some quality of life updates as well. Just a really solid platformer. Definitely, I thought the $50-60 initial price point was a little too high. $24, okay, that's a price point I can get behind and a worthwhile platformer at that price. And then lastly, we got Horizon Forbidden West, 40% off for $36. I really like Forbidden West, however, I've been vocal about it. I thought the narrative kind of falls off a cliff, especially in the second half of this game. But from a gameplay standpoint, content standpoint, I think this game is incredible. The visuals are also outstanding. One of the best looking games that you're going to play of the last decade, or and comparatively to any game that comes out today, it still holds up to that level. And given it came out only 3 years ago, you know, it's not dated whatsoever, but yeah, it's incredible from a visual standpoint. Gameplay is quite good, and the story definitely has some cool moments and whatnot. I just think the overarching narrative kind of got cooked. But we'll see where they take Game 3. This also has the Burning Shores expansion, which is quite nice. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals available ahead of this Steam Summer Sale. These should all roll over into the Summer Sale as well. So some early deals here, a little bit on the pricier side. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.